Good Monday. Good noon. God, what a morning. It's been a day. it's been a day already. It's been a week already.
It's been a week already. Oh.
Pardon me while I glug my coffee. Talk amongst yourselves. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
Well, holy cow.
Holy cow.
It's just been crazy.
Oh, we're followers of Hinduism now. Let's see who's here.
All right.
If I can make it work. Oh, hello. We got a bunch of people here. Apparently we're the latest, we're late to our own
All right,
party.
you got
here.
Sean.
We got Jen, we got Anna, we got Helena, we got Wendy, we got a bunch more people who are probably just now being bombarded by advertisements. When you actually do see the... I have no control over that. Please don't blame me. Apparently if you pay YouTube more money, they take your adverts away. But whatever.
Oh,
gosh.
you mean if the individuals who are watching, we have no control over it.
Correct. Yeah, the only way you get no ads on YouTube is you have to subscribe to YouTube Red, I believe.
Well, that's not fair because then YouTube gets the money and the people who are
Yeah, they
putting
don't give
on
us a share
shows
of
don't
that.
get any money.
Yeah, because there's no
Right?
ads.
Because like if you watch one of our ads, we get like a 1/20th of a cent.
Not even.
You know.
Not even. Maybe 1/20th of 1/100th of 1,000th of a
But
cent.
if you, he doesn't exaggerate at all. But if you
Seriously.
paid YouTube not to spam you, then we wouldn't get any ads, and then we wouldn't get anything.
I will say, we subscribe to Sling, which gives you broadcast TV, because we like to see what's going on in the world, whatever. And no, there's no recommendation for or against Sling here. Other streaming services are available. They're not our sponsor. But I will say, infuriatingly, when you're watching a broadcast television show now, you might get 8 minutes, followed by 3 minutes of adverts, followed by maybe 5 minutes of show, followed by 5 minutes of adverts.
Well, if you
It's
see
ridiculous.
if you see what happens if there's an hour's program, and you watch it on YouTube without the ads, it's like 23 minutes. So that means, what happened to the other 40 minutes? It's spam.
The problem is when you take it so much, I think things lose their value. I mean, nobody reads email anymore because is it 99 point whatever % of email going around the internet is actually spam?
Well, I know.
It's spam.
I have
Look
to
at the hundreds of
I have to
spam messages
I have to
I get every
search my
day.
email to find the things from the people I want to see. I don't know. It's all crazy.
And we got pretty good anti-spam, I have to tell you. Clam AV and all that fun stuff. So, Anyhow, that's enough of our worries and troubles, because we don't have any. Life is just wonderful. It's a wonderful life. So hello Savannah, hello Gilda, hello Misty. Gosh, they're all joining us now. So, gosh, first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who came out and supported our Karma Points night on Saturday.
We had like 20 folks come out.
It was outrageous.
It was
It was a
awesome.
lot of fun. We very nearly ran out of grab bags.
No, we have 7 grab bags left, so that's all good.
But it was fantastic. It was lovely. It was lovely to see everybody. We had some fake booze. There was no booze in the booze, but it was sparkly something, I think, which was nice, and some
cupcakes
cookies and bits of cheese and fruit and all
What's
that
Anna
fun stuff.
saying there?
I don't know. We could have a look. I hear what Lisa and Anton are saying, and I agree. I can't turn on the tea without an hour of ads. It's about the size of it.
It's nuts. You can't remember where you were in the show you were watching by the time it finally comes back. Then it comes back for like 2 minutes and goes off again. Anyhow. All right. So I'm going to start today. This is my my diatribe for the week. My diatribe for the week, because I'm probably going to talk about it in different venues. But what else you got there?
She says, it was a great night, and hey, I learned, this is Anna, by the way, I learned that fox is one of my animals. And there was a toothy little fox in a grab bag.
That's funny. Oh, how funny is that? I love it. Well, that's just confirmation. I love how that works. All right, so my diatribe is during this very stressful time that we are moving into, these next 6 months are going to be very interesting.
Probably spend most of it at the awareness shop for your own sanity. Head there. It'll be all right there.
Well, I want people to be mindful that we all know that we are what we eat, right? And I had
That
a
makes
post.
me cheap, fast, and easy.
I put a post on Facebook this morning about it. So we all know that whatever nutrition we take in,
Yeah.
that's what is in our bodies, right? That's the fuel that we have for our physical body. And many of us will notice that if we pay attention to that nutrition, we feel better. And if we don't, we may feel worse. Like, I've been eating an all organic diet for quite some time, but because I had another fun incident at Hotel Vassar, I decided it would be okay for me to eat cookies and that were not organic, and I could tell you I know. But the point that I want to make is we are not just our physical body, right? Mind, body, spirit. And whatever you take in is going to affect your being, right? So it's not just what we eat.
It's not,
It's
is it?
what we listen to, right? Turn off the TV and play some of your favorite music, right?
Yeah.
It's
What a good idea.
It's what we think. It's what we say. It's what we believe. It's what we focus on. What we react to. All these things that are part of the energy around us are our nutrition for our mind, body, spirit.
It's true.
So I think as things start to speed up more and more, we need to kind of take that deep breath, do a little protection, a little insulating, and make sure that all of our senses are being given the nutrition, like, aromatherapy and art and music and, candlelight and calm and whatever it is that speaks to you and to your soul as a total being.
I totally get that.
As well as the food that you're taking in or how you're taking in the food.
Yeah, are you
Right.
eating it at a hell of a rush? Have you got a sandwich hanging out your mouth while you're trying to drive somewhere?
Yeah.
This is not good.
I think that this is really sound footing for the next 6 months or so.
I think advocating a bit of Zen is really good, Be present, be present. Life is chuffing amazing, and there's so much incredible beauty if we have the eyes to see it all around us. Yes, there's a lot of angst and strum. Yes, there's a lot of misinformation.
Stress and drama and
yes,
freaked
there's a
out
lot
people.
of stress and drama and all sorts of stuff. But it's not all bad. It's not. So if we as enlightened people choose to align our energies to that which is good, and likewise, it's not about what we take into ourselves, physically, mentally, spiritually, what we eat, what we smell, what we see. If something's really bothering you, if there's like a pile of junk in the corner, just tidy it up. It's going to take you, half an hour or
Then you
whatever?
don't have to look at it anymore.
And then you're going to be not bothered by that pile of junk in the corner every time you walk into the room.
Excuse me.
You'll go, that's so much better. And this is part of that restorative process, It really is. Slow down. Smell the roses, It's okay. This is the thing. Nobody gets out of this world alive. Nobody, so the thing is, you might as well enjoy your life, while you're here. And the way you do that is by changing your focus from, that which bothers you, that which upsets you, that which makes you angry or frustrated or annoyed or physically feeling that you lack something. If you focus on little things, tiny little things, like a little bit of gratitude, or, oh my God, that is just so beautiful, look at that sunset. And just spend a tiny time getting, sucked into that and feeling that. It's such a restorative thing. And the word restorative has been coming up so
well,
much.
restorative is very much about healing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Restoring something back.
Get yourself back in balance.
But,
exactly.
But definitely, I think we could get lost in the Muggle stress if we don't
easily.
If we don't check ourselves a little bit. All right.
I mean, for both of us, last week was
It was rough.
I'm not going to swear. But it was an entertaining week. But there were wonderful things last week.
There were wonderful things, but we kind of lost 3 days because I had another episode. But anyway, we don't want to talk about that because we're fine now. Ha 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 ha. Okay. All right. Well, happy new moon, everyone.
Oh yes.
We got the Sag new moon, so
we're going places.
Sun and moon in the same sign, and Sag is the higher thinker, the higher educated, the multicultural, spiritual aware energy. So you could do some magic to vow that you're going to awaken to some higher thoughts or higher thinking. It's also a really great sign for travel, astral or otherwise. So tomorrow night I am going to be doing a past life workshop.
That's cool.
And tonight Danny has a making magic workshop, love, prosperity, or healing. So you could join us for that too if you wanted.
Why not?
They're in person and not on Zoom, but okay.
Yeah, we're finding that we're getting more out of the in-person stuff right now. I think we've all, and this, pardon me jumping sideways here, but
good.
I think the over the last, the pandemic, yes, Zoom saved our butts, and it helped keep our community together and all that sort of stuff. But I think we need to be urging people now to start to re-engage and to restore that balance, because no man or woman or thing or person is an island. You just can't be, and just by yourself in isolation, even if you think you're staying in touch with social media or whatever, you ain't. You need to engage again and come back to that thing. Our circles, I loved it the other night on Friday when we opened the door for the first time. I saw this big plume of steam came out of the door.
It's so much warmer in than out, yes.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. So yeah, we're doing more and more classes in person right now, simply to do that, to get people to come back and re-engage and sort of remember what it feels like to laugh until your belly hurts,
Right. Okay. So what's going on right now? Uranus, the planet of chaos, panic, and disorder, is retrograde in Taurus. So let's think about retrograde. Remember we said it's like that ship slowing down, right? And Taurus definitely does not like to have too much on their plate. Right? Taurus will not overcommit. So both of those things are kind of a stalling or a stillness in a way, right? So I think that many of us may find that from now till the end of January, with Uranus retrograde in Taurus, we feel very stuck on the same kind of issues that we feel might be out of our control, right? Chaos, panic, disorder. How do I deal with this? How do I deal with this? How do I deal with this? And we might feel a little bit fixated on that.
No, it's okay.
You're worried because the phone is ringing?
I'm wondering if the phone system is having a problem.
Well,
we shall find out.
I don't know.
Keep going. I can fix it if we need to.
Now, also right now, until the end of December, so a few more weeks, Jupiter, the expander, the great benefic, is also retrograde in Taurus. So this also may be making us feel like we can't move forward. Yeah, Jen is typing.
Yeah, you just keep on. Of course, happy Mercury retrograde.
Happy Mercury
It's always
retrograde.
the run-up, so I've just got a couple of things to do.
We knew this was going to
here.
be a doozy.
Just you keep going, and I'll join in
Mercury's,
when I can.
yeah, Mercury's retrograde. Anyway, all right. So Jupiter, the great expander, the great benefic, is stalled also in Taurus. And Taurus, is fixed earth. We are so focused on these things that we may forget to look outside the box, or to look outside of ourselves, or to ask for help if we need it. Right. Mercury retrograde until the 2nd of January, but again, the ship doesn't turn around immediately, so it is going to be in its shadow until the sun moves into Aquarius on the 21st of January. So from now till the Aquarius time of year, Mercury is going to be a little bit entertaining. And the good news is, all planets will be direct February and March. However, we may feel like we've been shot out of a slingshot.
Oh no!
Right? So there's been all of this pullback, be still, hold up, check up, stand still, don't move, go backwards. And then February and March, things are really going to start to move very quickly. So forewarned is forearmed, right? We said it's a forecast. So just know that any preparation that you do now, any scheduling, any calendar making, any planning ahead that you can do is going to be really great to get you through those first few months of January, February, and March. But again, January might feel a bit slow because we have retrograding planets, but February and March, everything will be direct. The other thing that I want to talk about is to kind of recap a little bit about the outer planets and their shift, right? Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are moving from earth and water signs into air and fire. And this is going to be another way that things are going to speed up. They're going to start to take off. All right. So how do we figure out what's going to happen? How do we understand the forecast, right? We can look in the ephemeris and we can see the little glyphs for the different planets, and we can see the little glyphs for the different signs, and how do we figure that out? Well, many times we can learn a lot by looking back and thinking about how those things worked out previously. So for Pluto, Pluto has not been in Aquarius for like 240 years, so we really probably aren't going to glean much by looking there, although we certainly could look at different histories. But let's just look back at the last combination, Pluto in Capricorn, right? So when we think about Capricorn, some words that come to mind for Capricorn are stability, career, and finance. So Pluto has been the destroyer and recreator of stability, career, and finance. And if we look back at when it moved into Capricorn, it was the end of 2008.
Oh my God, that was age ago.
Well, this Pluto is a slow mover. It does a chunk of things. And I'd like us just to think about finances over that period of time, right? We had the recession, we had the bank bailout.
I remember that.
We had all kinds. You think about things that have gone on, and over time we've had the pandemic. We've had the stimulus checks and things going on in the economy, and there's just been so much that you could really say, look at this. If we take Pluto, who wants to shake everything up,
Rip it all out,
and
mate.
Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, Earth Saturn.
Nothing shall change.
That wants to, yeah. So it's been really quite crazy.
It's almost like unstoppable force meets immovable object, isn't it?
A little, yeah. And then as we look, we could see that Pluto moved in March of this year into Aquarius for March, April, May, and June. And we got a little taste of what Pluto's going to be like in Aquarius.
Yeah.
And Aquarius is the humanitarian and the innovator. And, think Bitcoin. It was, there's been an interesting thing if we look at it. So in January, again, near the time that the sun moves into Aquarius, Pluto's going to move into Aquarius.
Oh dear.
So Pluto's going to go into Aquarius in the beginning of January, and then it's going to retrograde back a little later in the year. But after it gets towards the end of next year, it's going to be in Aquarius for like 24 years.
I'm reminded of that thing out of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't know if you guys have seen it or read the book. Read the book, please. It's better than seeing the film. It's the bit where he's saying to Ford Prefect, or is it Arthur Dent is saying to Ford Prefect, well, should we kneel down and cover our heads? And he says, well, if you like, yes. He says, will it help? No.
Well, no, but I think that understanding how it is that you're not crazy helps. Right?
Well, I don't know if you can make that assumption with me. I don't suffer from insanity. I enjoy every minute of it.
Some people don't really give Pluto much credence, but it does affect generations, right? So I think we're going to see, hope for humanity. That's what my gig is. All right.
I have a question. Why is it that if something's going to go wrong, technically, of which obviously it just did, why does it have to happen in the middle of Magickal Monday?
It happens all the time. You just regret it most during Magickal Monday.
Chaos ad nauseum, I tell you. So anyway, that's fixed.
Printers have been breaking. All kinds of things have been going on, but it's just that it's more annoying now. Who's this that's joined us?
It's Doris Jean.
Oh, hi,
hello, Doris Jean. Welcome to our channel. How nice. Contemplate becoming a channel member with Sweet Tea. Ha ha. And speaking of, because I was going to nag you guys. First off, I noticed there's a whole bunch of people watching and it doesn't match the likes count. So if you could remedy that by mashing that like button, that would be really helpful. Secondly, we're doing the absolute best we can to be less of a well-kept secret. And yet somehow we still are an incredibly well-kept secret. And we think, there is some value to these shows that we do. We think that they're positive and uplifting and they provide a service to humanity. And nobody's ever come on here and said, you guys suck, because to be honest, I don't think we do, much like our book. It doesn't suck. And much like Circle in a Box, it doesn't suck. But they all remain incredibly well-kept secrets. So we thought we'd have this brilliant idea of putting together the sweep team, because it's a play on words we use in our broom, the awareness shop. And they have these things in like pop culture, music bands and all that sort of stuff called street teams. And a street team is like this mob that goes out and puts stickers places and just tries to make awareness for the particular band. Well, that's what we were trying to do, or still are planning to do.
We're like the best kept secret.
We are with our sweep team. So you guys, we reward you. We send you these karma points, which you get. So becoming a member of the sweep team actually gives you a profit of a penny a month for the 3 months.
A penny over 3 months.
Well, you know, that's
Would you
serious.
get readings on the day too?
You get a free reading, which we're going to do later. But we would love it, guys. Seriously, seriously, seriously. If you would just plug the chuff out of us. Literally everywhere. If you would share whatever posts you see from us on whatever social media you happen to participate in. If you would like put links to our stuff. If you would invite friends to come along. All that sort of stuff, you know. It would be fantastic. And if we can burden you to do that and get more people to join our sweep team, because, you know, we want to be less of a well-kept secret. We want to make a difference in this world, but we can only do that if people know about us. And it's really sad that the way, you know, so much absolute crap can go viral, especially where there's hate and hatred involved, you know. And yet us, they were trying to do something and redress the balance and restore a bit of sanity, you know. It's tough, it's hard.
Well,
so please help.
Also,
Please,
you know,
please.
I'm very snobby, and I feel like the things that we have to say are important. And when I
Yes.
go out there and, you know, YouTube will spam me with other astrologers and things like that, and I listen to some of them and I go, what? What?
Where did you get that?
Anywho,
Was it on call
and
for
then
it?
I look and I see, oh look, they have like 550,000 whatever.
Subscribers or whatever. Nice.
But anyway, that's okay. So Savannah has asked, how will Pluto in Aquarius affect our day-to-day life? Well, as a collective, the planet as a collective, I think we'll start seeing more humanitarian effort, right? So things that have been worked on previously may be reconstructed, such as housing for the homeless, or insurance for everybody, and things, you know, medical care, just things that are humanitarian efforts, I think are going to be the focus more as a collective and less as individual. It looks like somebody sent a super chat.
They did. It's Gilda, and she
Okay.
thank you so much for that, and says, can I put Gen F on the list? And I assume you know who Gen F is. So I'm not sure
I'll
I
put
do.
her there. All right. So that's how I think it's going to affect our day-to-day life. There's going to be a focus on helping others.
That's not a bad focus.
But individually, it might be a good idea to see where you have Aquarius in your chart. Like, for example, myself, I have Aquarius in the 6th and 7th house. So for the beginning, like 10, 12 years, Pluto's in my house of health. And then after that, Pluto moves into my house of partnerships and legal things.
So you're going to sue me?
No. So you want to kind of look at where it's visiting and what it could be foretelling. So let us understand that Pluto has been in my house of health for about 12 years. And it was in 2012 when all my heart stuff started to go crazy and I couldn't go out and sing anymore. So it's very interesting. I'm not saying that I saw that and decided that's what was going to happen and spoke it into being. But looking back at the chart, I could say, oh shit, that's what's going on. And at the same time, I was having a Saturn return. And my Saturn, anyway. So you want to see, like, where is it happening in your chart? Why is the printer going?
It isn't. It just, I'm not trying to print anything, honestly.
Oh, goddess. All right. So whatever this is going on, you want to see where it's happening in your chart. And right now, Pluto's in the last couple of degrees, and that kind of suppresses its appetite a little bit. So we don't have quite as much pressure from Pluto in Capricorn as we did, because it's about to move in to its next sign, Aquarius. But other things are going on with outer planets that I think are worth mentioning. So we said Uranus is like the ADD chaos multitasker, right?
Apparently, allegedly.
All right. And we said that Taurus is fixed earth and it doesn't like to overcommit. Taurus will make commitments that it knows it can keep. Taurus does not like to overcommit or put too much on their plate. So we've had this section of time where chaos has been trying to be held down, right? But in July of 2025...
Oh dear. Okay.
Right. So I know I'm saying, but I'm looking at this next generation of energy. In July of 2025, Uranus will move into Gemini. Chaos, panic, and disorder in a mercurial communication. I think that there could be some real crazy stuff going on in the communications industry. All right.
We learn to communicate in a whole different way, maybe.
Well, it's very possible that,
maybe,
that people will start to understand psychic work and even telepathy better.
Social media bubble may burst or whatever.
Yeah, it may. Okay.
Because it's, there's real good in that, but there's real bad in it too.
Oh, there's cuckoo stuff.
It's when you think about it, because sorry to just get all tangential on you, but this is like a pet peeve of mine. With social media, what you have to understand is you live in a vacuum. That your social media feed is basically, what they've been able to determine through surveillance advertising is actually what you that keeps your eyes on the screen longest. So they want to keep you in contact with your device so that they can feed more advertisements to you.
Right, just again, be aware that what you feed yourself is what you've eaten.
So it's a complete echo chamber. You're not going to get anything that is remotely, all-encompassing, a true objective viewpoint of the status quo. You're just going to get a tiny subset of stuff that you are already aligned with, or they think you're already aligned with. So ergo, if you're somebody who espouses right-wing political viewpoints, you're going to have your head stuck in, everything you see is reinforcing your position.
Stop. And I don't want that in our podcast
today. But it's true. It's true. So it's, and like people who are nice and kind and do healing work and all that, you're going to see more of that in your feed.
Thank you. That's much better.
So that's good, perhaps. But also it doesn't, it's just so unrealistic.
We are completely force-fed. They don't want us to think for ourselves,
He said ergo. I did say ergo. Is that I use that word a lot. Is that ergo means therefore? I think. I don't know.
Anyway.
I have words.
All right, I have two more things.
We have the best words.
I have two more things, and then we got to get on with readings. So you need to promise me today.
I'll shut up.
That readings will be, like 1 minute, not 5 minutes to, okay? Because, I'll give somebody a direct answer, and then he'll go, waffle, 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 waffle.
Now listen, viewer, you appreciate my waffling. If you do appreciate my waffling, please do say so in the chat right now. Somebody needs to stick up for me. She's mean, I tell you. Mean to me. Mean!
What did he say?
What? I know, I just meant, tangent time. Tangents? What's wrong with tangents?
Tangents. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about, again, I'm just kind of recapping. So, Neptune, the planet of dreams and psychic awareness, has been in Pisces, the creative kind of energy, music and all that kind of good stuff.
Got one waffle vote so far from Savannah. Thank you, Savannah. The check's in the post.
Damn commercials for a house duster.
For a house duster, no less.
I like waffles.
Yeah,
waffles
I like
away.
them with whipped cream as well. Nom, nom, nom. Not that kind of waffle. Stop it. Hot dog, don't mind if I do.
No!
Pray continue.
Really? Do you want to hear what I have to say?
I do.
All right. So then Neptune in March of 25 is going to move into Aries, the pioneer. So there'll be a lot of pioneering energy. All right. Love Anton's shirt. Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, mate, that's the second one I'll have to give away now, isn't it?
All right. I don't know. Is it even any point of me? You
Keep
just
going.
go
Keep
on.
going. Just people love my waffles. I just want you to know that.
Okay. I'll talk about Saturn next time.
No, you should.
No, it's okay. Let's get on to readings because it's time's up.
It's not time's up. You've got plenty of time.
All right, Sean. Let's light the candle.
Because sure, I'm hard to handle now. Yes, indeed.
No, I recognize that today I can't focus as well as I'd like to.
Oh, well, no, I
And we did
understand.
have a chat about that before we came on, so I'll talk about Saturn next week when I'm feeling better.
Focus is tricky, I know that. But,
Yeah.
you know, I can't focus at the best of times. As you do.
But we're getting there. A lot of shifts, a lot of amazing things. All right. Sean is first on the list.
So you want me to waffle on for at least 5 minutes? Is that what you're saying?
Sure, that's what I said.
Okay, that's what I thought
Does
you
it
said.
matter what I say?
Ooh, not bad. Not a bad card. Thank you again for the coins, which I'm reminded of here. Yeah, I think this is very much somebody who's, you know, money is on your mind. Ways to make it, ways to be supportive, ways to do that. But, you know, you have that capability. You have, you definitely do have that ability to generate wealth, I think, for want of a better word. So yeah. Just remember that the love of money is the root of all evil. So if you start to do extraordinarily well, and I don't think for a minute that it will turn you into a nasty person, but it comes with a caveat. I have seen people become very mean when they've got plenty of money, you know, and it's like, get your hands off my stack kind of thing. So with that caveat aside, I think you're going to do rather well.
I feel like this doesn't have to do with money at all today.
Oh, there you
Isn't
go.
that funny? I feel like this has to do with some sort of personal investment. Putting down some roots and taking in some energy and really allowing that to open your mind. Because see where the coins are. One is on the crown chakra, one is on the heart and solar plexus, and the other two are under their feet. So I feel like whatever you're investing in now, spiritually, is really going to pay off.
Savannah sent us a super chat. Thank
she's
you
gonna
so
get a
very
reading.
much.
Yeah,
She's
she's
going to get a
sending us a
reading
super
anyway,
chat.
but
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. Do we need to know now?
Okay. No, it's all good. Sometimes people text me if there's an emergency, so...
Oh, I see. Well, I got that. So why not you? Let's do multiple things
Anna,
today.
Anna.
Oh, hello, Carol. Carol's joined us.
Hi, Carol.
Hello, Carol. Hope you're doing great.
All right,
Thank you for
Anna.
joining us.
Peace and tranquility. This is your deep breath and exhale. So I think that whatever's going on and all the things that we talked about that are going to make everything so crazy, I feel like you're coming to a way that you can process and understand it and make the most of it. So nice deep breath.
She would like to add Lauren D to
D.
the super chat.
Okay.
I love this card. Who's this for?
Anna.
Anna. It really is. Remember, you know, this is the thing. This card. You know the story about Pamela putting the extra stream in there, which Isnibs didn't really know about. You know, 4 streams of 4 she drew the 5th, but she understands the nature of nature, animus, that which gives life to things. So we can have very basic building blocks, but when we add animus, when we add the spirit to it, something fantastic happens. And I think you're starting to, I don't know, really connect, perhaps more so with the animus of the land around you as well. I think you're getting quite, I I don't know, you've unlocked something. And I think it's you're getting a much deeper, you know, I know you've always searched for that, came across a good word yesterday and I'm going to use it as well. Hierophany. where the sacred appears in the apparent world, where it comes through, where you can see that in, you know, a beautiful tree or a waterfall or something like that. So I feel that's what's kind of happening with you, this deep connection, and cherish it, you know, because that has always been your church. I know you've spent a long time looking for, you know, where is my true spiritual fulfillment. It's both within you and outside of you, and embedded in everything. And I think you're starting to have the eyes to see that now. So good times.
All right.
Unlock something, yes. Sometimes it's kind of scary. Don't be frightened.
Some wild stuff going on. Great opportunities for stuff. Yeah.
Embrace the crazy.
All right. So yes, I did put Lauren D. Helena.
Okay. Oh, hello. That'll do ya. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Infinite resources at your disposal. The universe has infinite resources, infinite possibilities. All you have to do is think it, and when you think it, it can happen. But first you've got to think it. Think it and then turn it into an expression, a word, and then it becomes real and tacit, you know, tangible. That's the word I was looking for, not tacit. So yeah, good times for you. I think there's some interesting developments going on.
I'm definitely sensing a theme that usually happens when we have a collective.
Oh, you're going to hold that? Yeah. All right, because I want to slurp some
and
coffee.
I think that this for you, Helena, is about I don't know, sigils or some sort of language that you're cracking the code to, right? Because it's the magician, it makes me think it's a little bit high magic, angelic realm or angelic writing, John D. But again, it's some sort of higher knowledge that I think you are able to read or understand that really gives you like a better footing or some strength for this oncoming Saturn in Aquarius business that we're going to have to deal with.
Sound like it's a bad thing.
Oh, you did that one already.
I did, yeah.
Okay. Savannah.
You start.
Savannah.
It's all so fascinating, isn't it? It's not a bad card either.
No, it's a really good card. I think financially things are going to get really, really good. That, you know, we've all been a little bit stressed or crazed because of the nutsy stuff that's been going on. But I think for you, finances are going to get better. But again, I don't really think this is just about money. I think this is about peace of mind and understanding and moving forward into something. I know that everybody's reading is not the same, and I don't mean to try to do that. But I just, when I'm seeing these cards today and thinking of the person that they're for, I feel like, you know, you've been on the threshold of something for a while. And I feel, Savannah, that you have been stuck in the doorway, knowing that you want to move forward, but so preoccupied or held down by other obligations, physical things, whatever's been kind of sticking you in the doorway. And now I feel like, you know, you could almost see that she's standing between those trees, like she's moving through this doorway. So I think there's a bit of propulsion.
Oh yeah, yeah. We noticed there's a lot going on in the back of shot on this card when we were working as you know, working on our own tarot deck. The snail says that, you know, the waiting ain't quite done yet. There's a little more time involved here, but I am reminded to remind you, if you will, that how long must we wait? Well, until waiting is done. And what does that mean? That sounds like the most obvious statement in the world, doesn't it? You know, well, of course waiting's done when we're not waiting for it anymore. Think about what I just said. if you're not waiting, you're not in a position of like, when's this going to happen? When's this going to move? When are we going to actually get stuff going on here? Why am I so stuck? Why have I got this? Why haven't I got this? This pace of lack. Changing that focus, as I was saying earlier, to gratitude, to appreciation of all the beautiful things that are around you at the moment, totally obviates any sense of waiting for anything. And then flow just happens. Flow just happens. Because honestly, I think, and I know you want to punch me over this, I think sometimes you're your own roadblock. You know, so gently step out of the way and let bliss happen, and it will. So there.
All right, you're first.
Sorry.
First for Gilda.
Okay, Gilda. Holy man, there's a theme going on today. There is for sure, for definite. Worth a little tangential thing. You know we've said this, but we'll say it again for anybody who's new that's joining us, because I know we have new viewers today.
Easy for you to say.
Apparently not. Honestly, she didn't put any whiskey in there, did you? So, whenever we get a group together and we start focusing, you know, on the mystical stuff, there is this kind of like overarching energy or
a group mind.
Yeah, sort of thing. Maybe not quite that, but that kind of thing that speaks to everybody and anybody who would then come by and join in. And this again is a card about deep inspiration and that old soul wisdom that lies within, that deep connection to innate knowledge, which is as old as the stars themselves, as old as time itself, because it is time. It's everything. You know, the divine is both immanent and eminent, and learning to connect with that internally can unlock so much inspiration, ysbrydoliaeth, as they say in Welsh. And I really feel that's what's going on here. We've got that kind of, you know, ooh.
I think that anybody who is into the esoteric, the hidden, the occult, I think that there is definitely a wave of resurgence happening. Gilda, this is the card for Sagittarius. Well, so take advantage of this new moon and set a really good intention. I know Mercury's retrograde, so communicating with masses and electronics and that kind of thing might not be so great. But even if you can't find a lot of time during the day today, certainly before you go to sleep tonight, set an intention. And I find the easiest way to do that is start by telling yourself things you already know are real, right? So find some things you already know are real that are positive. I am, whatever those things are. And then set your intention for what you want to have happen. But I think this new moon is really important for you. What we got going on here?
We got lots going on. There's lots of... Oh, hello. We got somebody new as well. Hello, everybody. YouTube suggested this me live, so I hopped in and I'm listening. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have you here on the channel.
Sean is going to bring Helena an Enochian book.
Oh, yeah. You'll be in the complete works of Dr. John Dee and your head will melt.
All right. I'm first for Misty. All right. Okay. Let's see, Misty. Misty is down here. Oh, Misty. I think you're being way too hard on yourself. And things have an odd way of working themselves out. And you may find that lately you just don't feel like you fit in. You may need to start looking for your tribe. So I'm not saying that the people around you don't love you, but I feel like you just haven't found your your tribe or a couple of really strong, like, soul buddy connections. I'm not talking about love, intimacy, that kind of relationship. I'm talking about somebody who groks you, somebody who
Good word.
gets you, somebody that you could have these kind of conversations with. So try not to be so hard on yourself. I think you're a really fantastic person. You may just not have found the people who are ready to receive on your station,
What she said, honestly, Misty, this is my card about somebody who's disenfranchised, who feels that they lack agency, and we look at this guy here with the crutches, he's a leper. We know he's a leper because he's got a bell round his neck. And why does he wear a bell round his neck? Well, because people in the time back in the day were so petrified of catching leprosy that they would run and hide when they heard the bell. So you can't lay eyes on him, can't catch leprosy. This is how much people misunderstood things, because we know nowadays you could pretty much snog him full on the face and not catch leprosy.
But you're not a freak.
However, here's the thing. Who makes him wear the bell, Because if people are that petrified of him, who is forcing him? Nobody's watching him. And there is somebody here, this is a kind of like, it is very much a bit of feeling that you lack agency, but I think it's really, it's too bad you don't live closer to us, because I
think you have a really good time.
I think you just love the tribe that congregates around our little patch of whatever it is. But you're here now, and that's good. And you can always write to us. We do answer email. We will engage with you, and we can suggest some things, and maybe we are connected to a network of people, and maybe we can help you out. If you're looking to go further.
I absolutely think you're on the right track. I just think you haven't found the right peeps yet.
It's difficult when people think you're a freak. You know what I'm saying? But listen, all of us are somebody's weirdo.
Everybody's somebody's weirdo.
We absolutely are. So don't feel so disenfranchised. You do have agency. I think, my grandfather would tell you, hey, up, it's not what you think others think of you.
Or Facebook would tell you that.
Or Facebook could tell you that. Yeah. It's not what you think others think of you. It's what you think of you that matters. So put in a little bit of positive reinforcement to yourself, Misty, all right?
No, definitely on the right track. Definitely discerning things and opening up to things. And maybe you just have to find somebody else to talk to about it. All right.
Right.
You're first this time.
I am.
You picked the card for Cass.
Could you then do something with the cards?
Yes, I am. There you go. Did one fall off? No.
I don't think so.
All right.
But I feel this may be it. Ooh. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This is kind of interesting here. It's kind of apt. I know what you're saying, the whole Gabriel thing and the note and all this sort of stuff. And I'm going to refer you to what I just said for Misty almost again. I think you are a little overly harsh on yourself, Cass. And I think you don't need to be, because I feel that there is right now occurring within you a renaissance, so to speak, a resurrection, like you're coming back to life, that you've been sort of detached for a while, that things have been on hold, things have been like,
kind of experienced
that, yeah, but I think perhaps even more so for Cass. I think it's been difficult for you to fully engage, and I think you're being sort of prompted to, come on now, let's get back in the saddle, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is Archangel Gabriel. And Gabriel gave Joan of Arc her strength. And Gabriel came to the Mother Mary before the birth of her baby. And you'll notice that there's 7 tones coming out of that horn. And one of them is for each of the chakras. So to me, this is a message about finding balance, working with the chakras, balancing that energy, making like a spiral, maybe learning something like Reiki, or opening yourself to spiritual healing, and just allowing yourself to transform. I think it's a very positive card, and it's positive energy and recognition. And sometimes we have to recognize ourselves and our worth. Yeah.
There's lots of interesting comments and chats going on.
Gabriel loves babies and transports them to the stars. He watches over new infant souls. He's the angel of the Renaissance.
I love babies too. Couldn't eat a whole
Gabe is a
one, though.
good one to know. He makes your ears ring and he flutters in your ear until you pay attention.
All right, then. That could be tinnitus, you know.
All right. So Jen F, this is the one Gilda gave super chat for. So
All right.
Jen. Oh,
hello.
look again with this crazy higher knowledge. All right.
I love it.
So the first thing I want to point out, Jen, is he's got this beautiful lantern,
Yes, he
but his
does.
eyes are closed.
Oh, I was going to point
Right?
that out.
I knew you would. And most of the time we say that it's because he's lighting the way for others. But I feel like for you, you hold everything inside. And it might be time to open your eyes and look ahead. You know, he's covered in gray, so he may be trying to toe the line a little bit. He's too white to be black and too black to be white, and he just wants to stay in the middle and nobody bother him, and he's just going to keep his head down. He's not. It's time to move. It's time to unfreeze your feet. It's time to stop being frozen. It's time to recognize that you are carrying a light and get moving.
Yeah, the light he carries is to illuminate others, and you find him at the top of a mountain, interestingly enough. So it's that kind of metaphor, you know, where people climb mountains to go find the guru. This is the case here. It does involve higher thinking. It does involve an elevation in your thought pattern. You know, to step aside or step of or above that which would drag you down, to really... look at how you think. Think about how you think and the way that you process thinking. And I think there is much innate wisdom, again, coming back to this definite theme that we've got of the oversoul thing going on today. There is much innate wisdom. I mean, I will share this with you. This is just me. This probably won't work for you, but it works for me. It's as a reader that I've found through empirical evidence that there are 3 cards in a minor arcana with 3 pyramids in them. They're all wands. The court cards are the wands. And there's the hermit. Whenever this turns up for me, I know I'm talking to an old soul across the table. So that's just me. That's not established wisdom in the tarot at all. But
That's what they've taught you, though.
But it's what I've learned. And so for you, you know, I think you probably know that you know things, but you don't know why you know things. So maybe do a little bit of, meditative work. You know, contemplate things, go within, and I think you will find much that you weren't aware that you were aware of. You know, but you will become aware of the fact that you're aware of things, and that will dramatically help your spiritual growth.
Okay.
All
You
right.
are first for Carol.
Hello, Carol. That doesn't suck.
No.
That doesn't suck either. This is the mutually healing, mutually supportive, people putting your needs before theirs and you putting their needs before, blah, blah, blah. It's completely copacetic. You're surrounded by a situation where you're deeply loved and supported. Cherish it, love it, embrace it totally.
Sina, I think that's what the person's been doing too much of, and they need to look outside of themselves. But yes, the hermit can definitely be that kind of listening to what's going on within. And it's also a very good card to help others. All right, Carol. Yeah, this caduceus, whatever.
It could be the caduceus. I think it's sort of similar. There's only one.
This
snake
stood
on
out
that,
to me,
no.
and I think that this is about healing. I also, knowing that you are a Virgo ruled by Mercury, I think you're worried about this Mercury retrograde. Don't be. Harness it. Yeah? harness that energy of detail. Looking forward to picking through the details. I feel again like information is going to be coming in that you can use. And I like this winged lion up here, harkens back to the strength card. And again, I feel like there's something going on with maybe chakras being a little bit out of whack because of all that you've had to deal with. So it might be time to just kind of think about balance. And again, the whole theme of today, that nutrition is not just for your physical body.
Right.
But I definitely feel an energy of healing.
Absolutely.
Sorry, my English isn't so perfect. Well, it seems okay to me.
Your English is fantastic. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you joining us from? It's always nice when people tell us where they are.
So this is for Lauren, Savannah's friend Lauren. The Queen of Cups. Scorpio.
Scorpio card.
Figuring a way out of a dilemma or past a block. Someone may have purposely tried to put something in your way. And I feel like you're going to really drill down and outsmart that energy. You know, I feel like this is like an out and rod sort of situation where there's this back and forth, but you end up with the upper hand, that you speak positive things into being, and that you figure out somehow a way around, over, through. There's just like that force, right? So this is the fixed water, and water can wear a hole in a stone. So I think that the block that is in front of you is only perceived that way. I think there is a way through.
So Sina's from Germany. Germany,
awesome.
Welcome. Let me see. Sehen Sie bitte, Sina, ich bin ein Ausländer, meine Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. So there you go. So yeah, Scorpio card. Yeah. I think this again is going underneath, you know, what lies beneath. That there is so much wonderful, inspiring. I mean, look at the intensity there. You know, there's such
really
intensity.
Focused.
So I think this kind of deep focus on what lies underneath, what is. You know, Scorpio has this incredible draw to the occult. They're absolutely fascinated by it. I've yet to come across a Scorpio that's not into the occult.
Or isn't into... if they're not into the occult, they're a mortician.
That could be both.
Right? Because even the guy who did your mom's cremation was Scorpio.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all sex, death, and stabby things in the occult, isn't it, for Scorpio? But anyway... we're not saying that you're a Scorpio. We're saying that this card represents Scorpio energy. The trait of the Scorpio energy here, the thing that we're talking about here is like really digging in and seeing what lies beneath, you know, and allowing your... It's just almost speak directly to your soul, because I think there's something fantastic there, something deeply, deeply moving. If you have the eyes to see it, and I think you do. Oh my God, that's all we need is another language.
Yeah, we always say that learning the secret languages of the occult, like astrology, tarot, numerology, all of those, we perceive them as languages. So now we have another language. It's all good. All right, I'm going to shuffle so we have card of the week, everybody. But holy Hector, hold on to your hats. You can already feel it. You already know that there's this undertone of stuff. You gonna pick the card of week?
Should I?
It's on you. It's on you, Mr. Waffle.
I look like a waffle. Hey. to reinforce the theme that we've been talking about the whole damn time.
Seek and ye shall find.
It is. I mean, look, ostensibly this person's got the whole darn world in their hand, quite literally, you know. And they're atop this beautiful Italianate villa, you know, obviously very much in a position of looks on the face of it really good. Yet, here we have one which ain't quite grounded. It's still up in the air a little bit. And we're looking wistfully away to sea.
And he's got the world in his hand.
Yeah, so this, I don't know. I feel that with the, you know, there's this urge to travel, to explore, to boldly go where no one has gone before kind of thing. Yet there's still something deep there, possibly an emotional issue that's kind of entrenched in the past that may be bothering you. And you know, we can all carry around baggage, we can. And sometimes we just need to leave it at the lost and found and just bloody well get on with it, you know? Because carrying it around, hot dog, don't mind if I do, Gilda.
Oh my goodness!
Or are they waffles? I don't know.
Maybe they're waffles.
I don't know. Stop it now.
They look like yellow lips.
What? No, they're hot dogs. It's a hot dog. It's got mustard on it. Really. Anyway, so that was deep and profound and thrown completely out the window by a hot dog. So, but I think, yeah, there's much. Go for it. I'll shut up.
I don't know why, but I feel like there are two songs that are going to make a resurgence very soon.
Oh, no.
The Age of Aquarius. Somebody's going to redo that.
No.
And somebody's going to redo I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I think that this is... card for the week is permission to explore the unknown.
There you go.
Open a book you have been holding on to for a while. Dig into a rabbit hole. Do something that feeds your soul. That's me.
All right. Well, that's us then. And guys, you've been a lot of fun today. The chats have been fascinating. So please, help us be less of a well-kept secret. Do please tell your friends that we are here. And then we do this weird and wonderful stuff. And we'll do it every week. You know, this is episode, well, it's actually technically episode 49 because we did skip one. We had an issue we had to take care of, so we missed one. But so another 2 episodes. We've been doing this every Monday for an entire year, and we want to say we wouldn't be doing it if you weren't joining us, and that makes
what would be the point if you weren't out there?
I mean, I know I like the sound of my own voice, or so Lisa tells me, but what's this? I'd like to give the world a Coke.
Yeah, no.
Off you go then. Put some rum in mine, please.
Explore the unknown. You mean go to Walmart? Oh, God, no.
No! Oh, stop.
Only if you go in a group for protection.
And take a camera with you.
Safety in numbers.
Take a camera with you. There's going to be some interesting sights there.
We tease sometimes that we're like the Wiccan Walmart, but, you know, because we do get the interesting wizard every once in a while. And I've noticed an awful lot of people wearing pajamas lately as clothes. But
yeah, me too. What is that?
I don't know.
What's that about? I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Hey, but you have to understand. We live in a very insulated world.
We live in our own private Idaho. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, this is New Paltz. You know, people wear what they're going to wear in New Paltz. So I guess
Well, we're really looking forward to seeing you tonight for Danny's class.
Yes,
I'm looking forward to seeing whoever's coming for the Past Life on Tuesday. And we're really, really looking forward to Alban Arth and our winter solstice on Friday.
Bendition Alban Arth.
So peace and great vibes to all of you. Stop, look, and listen. And take stock of what you're feeding yourself this week.
I like that. Instead of stop, drop, and roll, stop, look, listen.
Peace and bright blessings,
all right,
everybody.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
What was the last?